Joined live by former Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson.
Yeah, he's live in West Palm Beach sharing his thoughts on the Republican campaign so far. And Dr. Carson, let's go ahead and start with those emails again as we thank you again for being with us to share some insight. Director Comey says those findings from the summer, they are going to stand. Do you think this closes the book on the emails? Do you think if they had an effect, do you think the second letter takes that effect away? Where do we stand on the email situation?
Well, I seriously doubt that it closes the book on the issue and on the issue of the foundation also, which is still open. But remember, the FBI already knew that 33,000 emails had been illegally deleted and acid washed to make sure that nobody could find out what was in them, and that there was confidential information on a private server that was illegal. These are things that would put a normal person behind bars. So it had already been determined that they were not going to indict her. So what else were they going to find that was going to change that? That's not really very surprising. But the good thing is that hopefully now people can focus on what the real issues are, because the differences between these two candidates are stark and they lead us in completely different directions. I wonder if the average American can tell you the difference between the two and what their policies are, because there's been so much attention to peripheral issues and not a lot of discussion of the fact that one direction is toward a government-centric nation where the government controls virtually everything, and the other is toward a nation that is upformed by the people. Are the candidates flawed? Of course they are. And you know, to some degree, you know, we can thank ourselves. We're the ones who picked them. But you know, the philosophies are very distinct and very different, and they affect the future of our children.
The final polls are out this morning, Dr. Carson. They're as close as they've ever been. What is the key for Mr. Trump to pull out a victory in those crucial battleground states and get the electoral votes he needs to win?
Well, I think it's important that he continue doing what he's doing, and that is making lots of stops, because you know, everywhere he goes there are these gigantic enthusiastic crowds, and of course those people have spheres of influence. So that is a very, very important thing to do, and to talk about the differences between the two candidates. Make sure that people really know that they are making a gigantic decision about the future of America.
And Dr. Carson, barring something unusual happening, Wednesday morning we will have a president-elect. It's been a divisive campaign. What do you see as the keys for bringing people together in this country, regardless of who wins?
Well, it's all about leadership. We need to have leadership that will emphasize the fact that no matter what our minor political differences are, we're all Americans. We're all in the same boat. And if part of the boat goes down, the rest of it's going down too. Our strength is in our unity, and that is very much dependent on the leadership that we have.
Dr. Ben Carson, thank you so much. All our best to you, and we appreciate you during this run-up to the race for the White House.